So this next recovery workout is going to be focused on breathing techniques and stretching. So this is kind of a relaxation focus. This is something that you might benefit from if you carry a lot of stress in your life, if you're constantly kind of wound up or you feel like you have tension in your back from this sort of thing. People often carry stress in their shoulders, their back, their neck. I hear all sorts of things as a physical therapist. And so one parallel is that a lot of these people can benefit from breathing techniques. Now the first one we're going to do today is called crocodile breathing. So I'm going to have my hands up like this, and I'm trying to bring air in by expanding my diaphragm down and really letting my lungs inflate. You're going to see, or hopefully see, my low back rise before my upper chest rises. So you're just going to get down on the floor. I'm on my table here. And we're just going to take breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And that's going to be a parallel for all of these movements. Now, if you haven't done yoga or any other discipline that really includes purposeful breathing, this might be new to you. But the main idea here is inhaling in through your nose, exhaling through the mouth, and that's going to be the same across all of the stretches and breathing movements that we do. Now, in this movement, I'm thinking about two things. I'm trying to push my belly into the table, and I also want to have a strong, audible breath. So I will kind of jokingly tell people sometimes, I want to smell what you had for lunch. And all I'm saying with that is I want them to have this strong, forceful exhalation. So it's... So this next exercise is called 90-90 hamstrings with breathing. It's originally from PRI, or the Postural Restoration Institute. Now the first key with this exercise is finding posterior tilt. So let's talk 1 second about that. When I'm in this position, an anterior tilt would be if my ribs are up and I have air underneath my low back. A posterior tilt is the opposite, where I'm pushing my back down into the ground. So for the 90-90 hamstrings with breathing, 90-90 refers to the angle at my hips and my knees. So I've got square angles here. I'm posteriorly tilted. I'm going to then bridge my hips about this high up off the ground. I have tension in both my hamstrings, and then I'm going to breathe. Same idea, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And with this motion, you want to feel your hamstrings doing the work and not your back. This next exercise is called an open book, and what we're going to do is go in and out of the exercise 3 times, and then we're going to do 3 deep breaths holding the final stretch position. Each time you exhale, your lungs are deflating, your intercostals and everything are kind of relaxing, and you should be able to get a little further during each exhalation. One of the keys here is trying to maintain contact with your top leg on the foam roller. Bottom leg is pushed straight back. So this next breathing exercise is going to be focused on upper back and scapular rotation and protraction. Okay, so I'm pushing my shoulder blades forward as far as I can. and there I start breathing. I'm gonna do something called breath stacking here. I'm gonna take 3 deep breaths. Each time I take a breath, my back is gonna rise a little bit. When I exhale, I wanna keep my back at that height, and then each time I inhale, try to get it a little bit higher, so you're stacking your breaths. So you're gonna do 3 deep breaths and then reset. You're gonna do about 3 to 5 repetitions of that per set. So this next motion is one that we've already gone over. It's kind of a complex full body rotation. And anytime you're incorporating rotation through your torso, breathing can be very helpful to kind of increase that stretch over time. So what I'm gonna do here is reach across. And then while I'm in this fully reached out position, I'm gonna take my 3 deep breaths. And again, on each exhalation, we're trying to reach a little bit further and gain more motion. This last exercise is incorporating a concept called in-range liftoffs. So what I'm going to try to do is take myself to the end of where my range of motion might be, take a few deep breaths and increase that motion. So I'm taking to the end of the range and then lifting off from there. Okay, and so breathing is something that can be really effective to try to get more range of motion. So this is a T-spine rotation. I have my hips as close to the wall as possible. I'm gonna reach up and then at the very top of the motion start to breathe and increase my rotation.